and our interns in that.
Well, hello, a lot of familiar faces.
Everybody ready?
Not yet.
Yeah, hold on.
I am good.
Good. You're good? Alex, you ready?
Mike, you good? Okay.
Good afternoon. Welcome. I want to say first of all that I'm grateful that all of you had the opportunity to attend today. I think that the contribution of the Fourth Estate to America's well-being is one of the most important things that you guys accomplish, and so I appreciate you coming to report on this story. Pittsburgh is the most livable city in America to many people. A main reason is that we always welcome the diversity that comes from all cultures. We love the fact that we are a city of neighborhoods, all of which contain people and cultures from all over the world. One of the cultures that makes a rich contribution to this city is the African American community. Almost 1 in every 4 Pittsburghers is African American. Their contribution to Pittsburgh in the sciences, in education, in the arts, in our music and our cuisine, in our sports teams, and as our neighbors, continues to make Pittsburgh a better place. One of the most important contributions to our culture is the annual Juneteenth celebration, which is held in Pittsburgh's Point State Park and in the surrounding areas. All good people should celebrate Juneteenth, which marks the end of slavery in this country. It is a reminder that as people, we can learn and we can grow. Pittsburgh's Juneteenth celebration is the brainchild and the heartfelt work of my clients, William B. Marshall and his wife, Margot Marshall. From humble beginnings and attendance in the hundreds, this year's Juneteenth festival brought 75,000 people into downtown Pittsburgh, making it one of the largest Juneteenth celebrations in the nation. By comparison, Philadelphia was bragging this year that they've gotten their Juneteenth participation up to 25,000 people. Here in Pittsburgh, we have triple that many people. And that should indicate the importance of this festival, not only to Pittsburgh, but to the nation. The contribution of this celebration is not cultural alone. The thousands of people who visit our fair city during the 4 days of the festival make a robust contribution to our economy by patronizing our hotels, restaurants, parking facilities, and otherwise. Most estimates suggest that the Juneteenth celebration brings in more than $4.5 million into our economy. For years, the city, under the leadership of Mayor Peduto, partnered with the Juneteenth Festival founders. This included providing EMS services, staging services, and most importantly, police services. When you have 75,000 people converge on the Golden Triangle, police presence is just common sense. When Ed Gainey was elected the first African-American mayor of the city, most people, myself included, were anxious to welcome him and help him make our city better. And at first, Mr. Gainey continued the city's support of the Juneteenth Festival. Unfortunately, the corruption that has plagued the Gainey administration found its way into this important festival. Mr. Gainey turned his back on his constituents and the people that elected him by trying to take over the Juneteenth celebration from B and Margot and to give it to his wife's friend, a woman who had no experience putting on a festival like this or something of this size. The first corrupt act by Mayor Gainey was to pull police protection from this festival, thereby endangering everyone involved, including all of the people that attended, the participants, the local businesses, the local residents, even myself and my staff. When you bring that many people together, to pull the police is an act of stupidity. Mr. Gainey's efforts to steal the celebration from B and from Margot failed, but not before the mayor and the city violated the constitutional rights of 2 of our citizens, whose rights under the First and 14th Amendments to the Constitution he tried to trample. Today I announce the filing of a federal civil rights lawsuit against Mr. Gainey in his capacity as the mayor of this city. In it we allege violations of the marshal's rights under the First and 14th Amendments to the United States Constitution. Copies of the complaint are there on the table. You're welcome to take one with you. Mr. Gainey's efforts to break the law failed. His efforts to get reelected also failed. We welcome in advance Mr. O'Connor's administration, which we are confident will not use the power of city government for personal gain or to carry out personal vendettas. Mr. Marshall has a brief statement for you. Because of the litigation, I have directed that Mr. Marshall not take any questions. But when he's done, I'll be happy to take your questions. B?
I think he said everything that could be said right there. So I just want to tell you guys that we appreciate you guys coming out, Margot and myself. We've been going through this for several years. A lot of you people have covered it. We appreciate that. We appreciate the people in our community who have come up to us to tell us to keep going strong, fight for us. We need Juneteenth. We need all these festivals in the city of Pittsburgh. And that's about it. Thank you.
Thank you, B. Can I answer any questions?
Carlos Flores, WTA. What happens now that the lawsuit's been filed? What's kind of the next steps moving forward? What can we expect?
The first thing that will happen is that the complaint will be filed on the mayor as well as the city government, because the mayor has dragged the city of Pittsburgh into this because he represents the city. So we'll serve the complaint. They'll have 60 days to make a response, after which there'll be some lawyer stuff that goes on, but then we will start along the process of discovering the facts about this case. Mayor Gainey, some of his top staff are going to sit for depositions right here, where I will be asking them, why did you do this, and why did you do that, and why did you fail to do this? We're going to hold him to account, and we're going to make the results of that deposition publicly available so that you hear what his answers are. Because I think it's about time he started answering for putting us all at risk like this, and risking one of the most important celebrations that we have here in the city.
Rob Taylor, Pittsburgh Courier. Is there some smoking gun or something that happened recently that prompted B or anybody to actually file this now?
Well, first of all, we were able to capture the Juneteenth Festival back, no matter his attempts in 2024 to steal it. But and there was actions taken by another lawyer who assisted in getting the permits for the festival back in B's hands. But when B held a press conference to complain about the mayor taking away the police protection, immediately thereafter the mayor got on a press conference and said, we are not going to give him a permit because he complained. The First Amendment protects us when we complain about the actions of our government. And when government retaliates against us for taking those actions, we then have a constitutional claim against the persons that allowed this to happen. And by the way, it wasn't just Mayor Gainey. A large number of the people on the council let him get away with this. And as this case goes forward, we will be bringing those people in to answer for what they did and what they didn't do as well. So it wasn't just Gainey. It was the city council, or some members of the city council, that allowed this outrage to go forward.
We did actually catch up with Mayor Gainey earlier today. We mentioned the fact that this lawsuit's coming about, and we asked his thoughts, and he continued to deny there was no effort to steal the Juneteenth celebration. I guess, is there any thoughts or reaction to that?
Well, the funny thing is you cannot take back what you foolishly say and put out to the whole world. And we're going to play, as part of the case, we're going to play a podcast that Mayor Gainey sat for, in which he admitted these constitutional violations. I don't know who was advising him, but I assure you, I don't make these statements lightly. And I intend to prove every single thing that we said here and in the complaint that you'll take with you.
And what ultimately are you looking to get out of this situation, this lawsuit?
I mean, every civil case has a number of things that can occur. What we are hoping for is to send a message to every city government official. We will not stand for you interfering with our rights as citizens to put forth our cultural festivals and the things that we find important to us. And we're not going to let you use your personal desire for personal gain to stand in the way of that. Now, every civil case asks for damages. The festival was significantly damaged by the actions of Mayor Gainey. Some of the sponsors were very reluctant to get involved because of the fear of no police protection or because of the controversies involving the permits. And so we're hoping to reestablish B's reputation among all of those people and to make the Juneteenth celebration even stronger. At the end of the day, this is not about money. Every civil case involves those kind of claims. This is about doing what's right and making sure that Pittsburghers understand what's right so that this doesn't happen again.
You kind of touched on the significance of what this festival is to the community and across the nation. I guess, what is your thoughts on the fact that there's such this back and forth between an event that's supposed to be for the public?
I mean, honestly, what possible reason can there be for turning this into a personal fight between two individuals? We have a highly successful program that shows the cultural advantages here in Pittsburgh of having such a strong African American community and a strong voice for that community. I hope to reestablish that voice so that there is no question about who's running this Juneteenth festival and why it is so important for Pittsburgh.
I understand there have been delays in the permitting for the upcoming Soul Food Festival. Can you speak at all as to the status of that?
We are in the middle of that fight now. It's part of what Mayor Gainey, in his last gasps, his death rattle in politics, is trying to pull. As a personal vendetta, he continues to try to harm the Soul Food Festival that B and Margo are putting on, and we're not going to stand for that either. If it comes to it, we'll be asking Judge Fisher, the federal judge assigned to the case, for injunctive relief if we feel we have that availability.
And frankly, considering the path forward for Mayor Gainey, since he's no longer going to be running for mayor moving forward, I guess my question would be, why move forward with something like this knowing they won't be in power?
Because you never know when the next tyrant is going to appear on the political scene here, as we all know. Okay, anything else? Thanks very much for coming, I appreciate it.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
All right, so that's a wrap for our press conference today. Spread the word and let people know. Thank you.